Hello guys, Caitlin here again, and I am so excited to be here because I have my first ever book haul. That's right, I have a book haul. And so here is a little tidbit that you may not or may already know about me, but now you will after I say it. I do not do big book hauls, guys. I don't. I am not the type of person that will go out and buy like 7 or 8 books at one time. I don't do it. I just don't. Simply because I have a TBR. I do. And I practice self-control. I go out and maybe buy like 2 books max. So book hauls are not normal for me, but they are in one instance. Dun dun dun! They are books that I hear about on BookTube, but I cannot find in my own bookstores. That is right, my Barnes & Noble is absolutely fantastic, guys. I love everything about it, except for the fact that there are some books I just can't find in there, which really frustrates me because, they're great books. At least I hear they are, and I can't find them. So I have one solution. I go to barnesandnoble.com and I use my membership card, and I'm able to get all the books I could ever ask for at a really wonderful discount price. It's incredible. I got a lot of these hardcovers for about $10, which is great because normally they're about $20 without the membership and in store. And I was actually able to get a lot of these paperbacks for about $5 or $6, which is also really good, I think, for paperbacks, especially for these really good editions. Another perk to buying your books online is I can get a book that's not, regularly sold in paperback in hardcover. And I think that's great because it gives you different options to get them in hardcover. And guys, it's not good, but I prefer books in hardcover. They feel so beautiful. And I have a weakness, guys. I have a weakness. So here is my box of beauty. I opened it. I actually got this a week ago, but I'm just slow to make it because I just started reading them. Guys, I just started reading them. I couldn't help myself. But anyway, let me see. How many books do I have? 8 books. Guys, I got 8 books. I got 8 books. The good thing is, in this past week, I have knocked out a couple. So I'm a little down, a little more. Yeah. I'm going to divide this into 3 sections. The first section is going to be the paperback books that I bought online. The second section is going to be the hardcover books I bought online. And then the third section is going to be books that I bought just at assorted stores. So yeah. So as stated, first I will be talking to you guys about the books that I got online that are paperbacks. So the first one would be Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. And guys, this was the first book that I read whenever I opened the box, so I have already read this book, and it was so adorable. Brief synopsis, it's about this young lady, her name is Anna, and she has a great life back home, but whenever her dad sends her to Paris, she does not want to go at all, and she's so frustrated she has to go there for boarding school. However, things get a little better when she meets a very handsome young man by the name of Saint Clair, and he just, captivates her, and it's a love story, and it's so cute. It's cutesy. Guys, I'm not the biggest contemporary person, but this one, I got chills, guys. Legitimate goosebumps. This is so cute. Oh my word, it made me such a girl. I know I'm a girl, but I was like, the feels were so good. If you want a cute read, or you just are trying to get over the loss of a fictional character, read this book. It's beautiful, and I love the new covers. They are so pretty. Oh my word. Yes. The second paperback book that I purchased online is Shatter Me by Tahira Mafi. Funny thing is, I actually tried to get this in hardcover whenever I ordered my books, and I did order it in hardcover, but that gave me this. And I think that's a good thing because the hardcovers that I have seen are really bad. No. So I'm fine with this. And actually, I have just started this book last night. I'm on page 76, chapter 13, and so far this writing style is intense. It's about this girl, and her name is Juliet, and she has this lethal touch. Basically, if she touches you, you die. And so she's really trying to struggle. She has this struggle where she just feels like this monster. She feels like this shut out from society because nobody wants to be around this person. Is what she constantly thinks. And eventually she's, begins to find ways where she can deal with this weapon that she has. And we get introduced to these, well, I can tell are going to be really hot characters. Warner and Adam. I don't even know who I'm going to like more. I think Adam. I don't know. A lot of people like Warner, but I don't know. We're just going to have to see. And I saw the original cover for Shatter Me, and it's disgusting, guys. Oh my gosh. This is so much prettier. It's kind of like awkwardly smaller than some of my other paperbacks, but yeah, I'm like so excited to finish this. So far, I'm loving it. And like I said, the writing style is so unique and beautiful and captivating, and yeah. So the third paperback book that I bought in line is 50 Shades of Grey by E.L. James. Guys, I have never read an erotica novel ever. Like that's really out of my comfort zone, to be honest, but so this is actually going to be my first. I don't know really what it's going to be about. I think it's about this girl, her name is Anastasia, and apparently she meets this guy by the name of Christian Grey, and apparently he gets this contract with her that's a really dominant sexual relationship. I have no idea really what to think of it. Some people have read it and they said they really loved it. They really loved the storyline. Other people said that they hate it and it was trashy. But you know what? I know that there's probably other booktubers out there that have like wondered, should I read this? Should I pick it up or not? I don't know. And so a lot of people just don't pick it up. And so I'm going to read it and I'm going to tell you guys like honestly what I think. And so this is for those of you that have not picked this up and are very intimidated, and I'm going to read it for you guys and tell you guys what I think. So yeah. Next, we shall be moving on to our hardcover books that I bought online. Shall we continue? I think we should. So the first book that is a hardcover that I purchased online is Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. Guys, I've read and reread the synopsis multiple times, and I don't really know what it's about. It's kind of hard for me to understand what this concept of the book's going to be, but from what I've heard, I think it's a dystopian, and what really made me buy it, two things. One, a lot of great buzz, which is always a good sign, right? And second, because it takes place in Russia, which, guys, I'd never find novels that are the setting is in a different country. They're always in America. And so I'm really excited to finally read another book that takes place in another location, aka Russia. I read Anne of the French Kiss, which took place in Paris, France, so that was nice. And I'm ready to find a dystopian in just a completely different country. I can't wait. It's going to be like a roller coaster ride, I think. And also, I think the covers are really cool. Like, that is awesome. That is an awesome cover. And that spine, look at that spine. I wanted this in hardcover because I hate it when an author decides to make the first book in paperback and then the next two in hardcover, like make them all in hardcover or don't at all. Yeah. So, the second hardcover that I purchased online is The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer by Michelle Hodkin. I only bought this book online because of you guys, because I've heard so many things about it, about people loving it, and I'm really excited to read this book, guys. Apparently it's about this girl, and she wakes up one day in the hospital, and she doesn't know anything that's happened. Like, she just can't recollect why she's here, where her friends are, which have been killed, and she's just kind of like a wreck. She just has so many unanswered questions, and eventually she meets this guy that she believes she can never fall in love again after everything that's happened to her, whatever everything is. We just don't know at this point. And apparently she's able to fall in love, so that's exciting. I haven't been left with a lot. Like, look how short the synopsis is. That's the synopsis. That's tiny. And so basically what I told you is what I've gathered from the synopsis on the inside of the cover. Now, another thing is, I was so excited to get this in hardcover, and I think this is my favorite in hardcover because it's a really thick, like, high-quality, dust jacket. Yeah, there we go, dust jacket. It's a very high-quality, in my opinion, dust jacket, and it feels so good. Like, this is my favorite book to touch. Like, it feels great to touch. Like, buy the hardcover of this and you will know what I'm talking about. So don't judge me. The final book that I purchased online that is hardcover is Legend by Marie Lu. Guys, I've heard so many good things about this book. Like, oh my word. I have not heard anybody say they didn't like this book. So I love dystopian. I love action and adventure. And so, if I don't like this book, I'm going to be, like, super surprised. So I'm really excited to read this. Now, this is actually, like, the one book exception where they did sell this in my stores, but the reason I bought it online was because I know that the next two books, which is, I think, Prodigy and Champion, they're only came in hardcover in my local stores, and so I did not want to have Legend in paperback and then the next two in hardcover, so I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna buy it here online. It's cheaper online, and it's nice. So I got it online. So from what I've kind of gathered, just by kind of like staring at it a little bit, is that it is, first of all, a dual point of view between a girl named June and a guy named Day. So June is apparently living in the Republic, which is dystopian United States, and she is apparently like a prime suspect for a murder. She's one of the most wanted criminals in the Republic. I don't really know what for. She's just obviously causing a lot of ruckus around. And so she becomes a prime suspect whenever a guy named Day, his brother, is murdered. And so June is instantly like the one that everyone suspects was the murderer. So instantly they're put on trial and they actually meet each other, Day and June. And apparently together they're able to uncover a lot of mysteries about, you know, what's really happening in the Republic, what really happened to Day's brother. And, so yeah, it sounds super interesting, and I'm so excited to read this one. I am just a feeling I'm really going to love it. On a random side note, one thing I don't like is that this dust jacket is really low quality. Like, it's like, I literally feel like it's so thin, I could just like rip it in half really easily. And I don't like that. I'm just spoiled from the unbecoming of Mara Dyer's dust jacket. I'm spoiled. Like, guys, the book haul is coming to a close. Tears. But not to fret, I still have 2 more books to show you guys. Yay! These are called My Books of Weakness. I should not have bought them because I bought them after I got my book haul. Like, literally, probably like 2 or 3 days after I got this large book haul. I am just so weak. Like, I am so weak. So the first book that I purchased was The Merciless by Danielle Vega, and I purchased this book because I had heard only one YouTube video about it on BookTube, and instantly I was like, I gotta have this. And so, little mini story, I went to Barnes & Noble with my mom, knowing I shouldn't because I was gonna get a book, even though I had gotten a book haul, and I did not even have this book on the mind at all. Didn't even think about it. In fact, when I was going, I thought I'd get Since You've Been Gone. Like, that's kind of what I was thinking I'd get. Why not? And then I saw this just sitting on the shelves, and I'd seen a video about it, not expecting it at all to be in my store. Didn't even give it a second thought, like, at all. And I saw it, and I'm like, oh, I've got to read this. I was so excited. I did not expect my store to have this book. So, Barnes & Noble, thank you for having this book. And I actually have already read it. It's about a girl who befriends these people that are going to perform an exorcist on a girl that they don't like and also believe is possessed. But the synopsis tells you that, you know, this girl they're going to perform an exorcism on is not possessed by a demon. So that is going to definitely cause some conflict, some gruesomeness. It's a YA horror. Yes, this is what it looks like when you buy it. No dust jacket. If you like scary stuff, this book's for you. I have already read it, and like I said, there is a book review already somewhere floating around with my videos. So if you want to know more about it, go check that out. That's the place. So I have one final book to show you guys, and that is The Here and Now by Anne Bouchard. Guys, I haven't heard anything about this. Like, okay, I've seen one video. Yeah, then I guess I have heard things about it. But I heard about it after I bought it, and I actually bought this at Target. I was not gonna get this book. Like, there's only one reason I got it, and I think that that's plain as day to you, and that's autographed copy. That's the only reason I got this book. And even if the synopsis didn't sound very interesting, I was gonna buy it anyway. And lucky me, the synopsis does sound interesting, and I'm actually really excited to read this book. So what it's about is apparently these group of refugees are coming to present day from the future. And the future is holding something very terrifying for the people soon to come. There's this huge plague, there's this huge disease that's just killing a lot of people and causing a lot of problems, and these refugees are going back in time to the present day so that they can try and stop this disease from happening, and this disease from killing a lot of people. And the thing about it is, if you're going to be like a time jumper and you're going to go back into the present, there are a lot of tight restrictions. You can't let anyone know where you came from, who you really are, any of the motives. You can't let anyone know about the future. Like, it's very strict rules about if you're going back to present day. Otherwise, you're gonna have some major consequences. And so this girl is going back in time, and she meets this guy, and oh my gosh, opposite genders, you know what's gonna happen. There's gonna be some conflicting emotions, which are just totally gonna toy with all of us, and then I'm assuming she's gonna kind of spill some of the beans. I don't know, I haven't read it, but the plot sounds so awesome. I only have one complaint, and it's again my nitpicky sense of things I don't like, and that's the fact that this book is so large. Guys, it's so large. So I consider books like Anne and the French Kiss to be about normal size, and then we have this book. Look how big it is. It's going to fit so awkwardly on my shelf. I have one other book that's about this height, but still, it's really big. Look, it's like bigger than my head. Look at that. Ah! I mean, the cover is nice and cool and interesting, but it's thin. Dude, it's tiny. It's a tiny book. So you could have made it a little more compact. Don't you want more pages in your book anyway? I don't know. Anne Bouchard, just so you know, is also the author of The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. So she's a very well-known author. And so I don't think she's going to do it wrong. I haven't read the books, seen the movies. I think this is going to be good. And here is her signature right there, Anne Bouchard's, yeah. Guys, I kind of wish she had a bigger signature, because if you're going to sign a book, make it loud and proud all over your page. Like, we don't need something that tiny. Like, girl, get after it. You're signing a book. But no. No complaints. It's an autographed copy. I'm so happy. It's so pumped. So, guys, this has been the end of my book haul. Here are my multiple books. I'm going to count them real quick just to make sure I got the number right. I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8 books. Guys, I don't do this. I will. It's not going to be my only book haul. Don't worry. Don't cry. I will have more. They may not be this big. Or they may be. Guys, it all depends on my weakness. It's all my weakness. So I've already read this book, and I'm into this book, and I've read this book down here. So more book hauls are coming. And so I hope that you enjoyed this one. I did. My first book haul. I'm proud. This has been fun. Yeah, sorry the video's kind of long, but I'm sure you're fine with it. I'm not sure book hauls are my favorite videos. So yes, book haul, book haul, book haul. It's like bigger. It's as big as my head. Look at the books. You know, if you guys have read one of the books and you have an opinion on them, please share in the comment section. I really want to know if I should be really excited for any of these books, or if you have any opinions whatsoever on them. Please tell me. I'm so excited to read every single one of these books. So yeah, a doodly doodly doo. That is all. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys next time. More videos to come. Don't you worry. I'm going to get more regular. I promise. You just got to wait a second, okay? And lastly, I just got to say it again for my own little marketing reasons. You know, once again, you can find me at inafictionalworld on Instagram, and I hope you go check it out and contact me so I know you're watching and I'm just like, hey, you're cool. Yeah. So goodbye, guys. See you next time.